Hey, how you doing, Rockets fans? I'm here to talk to you about the game last night. I kind of went over it last night, but man, we have another game tonight. We're still shorthanded, and I want to be real. I want to be honest. Like we might not win this game tonight, and we might not win the next few games. Till we get our players back from being isolated from the COVID. When I said last night, we definitely missed the presence of John Wall. I mean, we definitely needed another ball handler to make James Harden's life a little easier. He struggled at times, with the double team. Nothing like Curry on opening night, but it was definitely played in Portland's favor last night. Let's just say that. I don't think Portland's that good. I just don't. Their defense has a lot of question marks. And when this Rockets team is fully healthy, man, I just don't see them on the same level as the Rockets. The Rockets are just too deep. And I seen a guy last night say, oh, yeah, Portland has so-and-so out. Man, we have 7 players out, and nowhere's near the caliber of John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, the list goes on. Eric Gordon, come on, we needed Eric Gordon last night. We needed another ball handler. We needed another guy who could knock down the three automatically. Also, I'm gonna say this to On Purple. I'm such a Gerald Green fan, and I don't understand why he's not on this game, why he's not on this team. Last night we definitely showed that we needed him. That's one thing the NBA has to work on, is to see what protocols they have to do to add a Gerald Green back to this team just because of the COVID. You're going to see that across the league. You're going to see so many cases of the COVID, and you need guys like Gerald Green. You need guys like Marvin Williams, who has retired but he's at home. I don't know if he wants to risk it, but just guys like that who are at home, who could fit pretty much any rotation out in the NBA, especially when you're down 7 guys. But I'm gonna go over James Harden's stat line. He had a double double. We had 2 guys last night that finished in a double double. That was yours truly, James Harden, 44 points, very efficient. I think he was 12 for 22 from the field. He was 4 for 6 from the 3-point line. Man, come on. 4 from 6 from the 3-point line, that's unbelievable. And he had 17 assists. So last night I pretty much saw 2017 James Harden, where he was the main ball handler, distributing across, the court. But definitely it's a little different because, you don't have all your weapons, but that's how the Rockets had to play last night. There wasn't a lot of spacing on the floor, because you don't have a lot of gunners. But I know the Rockets did try to do that. And Thomas, I don't see him as a great player. I don't know his first name, but he shouldn't be on this team. He should be in the G League. He should be on a 2-way contract. Joe Green should have his spot. So I'm gonna say this: Christian Wood looked fabulous last night. He had 31 points. He had 13 rebounds, and expect a lot of double doubles from Christian Wood. And he's on a 3-year contract. But the Rockets are gonna have to pay this man if he plays like this night in and night out. And that's the thing. It's about consistency. But he did say, "Yeah, I'm hungry." And this man had talent. He was supposed to go high in the draft, but what happened was other teams that were in the lottery said that he had, kind of a laziness to his game, and there was a lot of question marks. So many question marks that he fell out the draft. So, it must have been pretty bad if it was that bad. So there's a video of him, definitely he's in the green room. He's waiting for his name to be called, and it's one of the harder things to see. He cries, but the dude came back motivated. He put in the work. He played with all these different teams. G League teams, overseas. Then he, took a row in New Orleans. He took a row in Detroit, and that's when he got his opportunity. Even then, he only got an opportunity because so many players went down with injury that play the same position as him. So his number was called, and he showed out. And now, unfortunately, we got him on our team. And he chose us. He has a relationship with Silas, and Silas is gonna get the best out of him. Man, Silas is the face of this organization. Last night we're so shorthanded, and we went toe to toe with supposedly one of the top teams in the West, and I was man, overtime. Man, you go to overtime with the top team in the West, and you're you're an 8-man roster. Come on, Mike D'Antoni couldn't even get the best out of 8 players like that last night. So I'm very eager to see what we expect tonight. We get to see the Texans, and then we get to see the Rockets. They play Denver. This is one of James Harden's not landing spots, because that wasn't on his list, but one of the teams that were interested in James Harden. They said they didn't want to give up Murray. And come on, Murray's not even in the league with James Harden. Now, if you add Michael MPJ to that list with, Murray, MPG, Michael Porter Jr., draft picks, and I guess Will Barton to make it work, that's enough to get a James Harden. But Denver doesn't think so. So I hope Harden shows them, hey, even though I don't want to see him to go to Denver, that he's worth everything. He's worth, the admission to get in. So Denver is also a team I don't really see it that as a top team in the West. They're gonna be there just because they're so deep and they're so young and so well rounded. But I don't see them as a top contender. I think they got hot in the bubble and they beat the Clippers. And when I say they beat the Clippers really beat themselves, because they couldn't adjust. Doc Rivers is known for choking down a 3-1 league. Come on, man. Doc Rivers, this is his 3rd time. There's no other coach in NBA history has had one. I mean, there's only been one incident. I think the Steve Kerr, but this guy has 3-1 leads in the playoffs and blew it. God, something's wrong with Doc Rivers. He's a champion. I can't take that away from him. So that's why he did get fired. But I do see the Clippers as the number 1 seed this year. And then Denver is going to fit that category as the Rockets, as in the middle of the pack. But I definitely see, with James Harden on this team, fully healthy, no hiccups, higher than what they're projected. Some people even said they weren't even going to make the playoffs. And this was before all the drama. So they just didn't think they're that good. But we'll see tonight what we could go off of. Expect Harden to get a lot of double teams still. And expect a different game change with Christian Wood. They're going to play Christian Wood a little different since they got a lot of homework on him. So expect them to, front him, beat him up, especially Jokic. He's gonna pound Christian Wood. That frame of Christian Wood it's very lanky, but it does play to his advantage. I mean, he looks like Kevin Durant, around. It just he has such a Kevin Durant game, not game, but a body movement. So it's just, if you watch him tonight, you'll see what I'm talking about. The way he dunks the ball, the way I think he admires Kevin Durant in a sense. I think that's where a lot of guys with Kevin Durant's, not his ability, but with his height and his length and his body frame, they're going to try to mimic his game. And that's something where the NBA has changed, where you have guys like this who could just dominate on the perimeter, dribble the ball up the court. And that was something that Christian Wood was doing. He was bringing up the court because we're so limited on ball handlers, the fact that he had to bring it up. But as well, like I said, Deshaun Tate played PJ Tucker's role last night. I expect him to play that similar role of a PJ Tucker. So, as well as Sterling Brown played pretty good. He had CJ McCollum, and he did well. He did well enough, but Dame still finished with 31 points, and CJ blew up. CJ McCollum. Dame had 31 and CJ had 44. Sorry, and Sterling Brown was guarding both of them. He did his best. I don't know who's gonna be the number one defensive stopper. Nawab will play good. He might be that guy from night to night, and I expect it because he's such a high energy guy who plays the glass. He gets those rebounds, them offensive rebounds, those defensive rebounds. He's going to steal the ball. He's going to make you turn over the ball. He's going to get to the free throw line. He's going to do everything that is necessary for those glue guys. That's the label he fits as a glue guy. So I do want to give a shout out. I'm about to finish this video. Please subscribe. Please like. We're gonna watch I'm gonna make another video covering the game to highlight what I see, how Silas handles this roster right now with it being so deflated. And like I said, from Silas to Mike D'Antoni, it's night and day. I swear, like Mike D'Antoni, the time did pass him by. He was just stuck in his old ways, and yes, he was the future 10, 15 years ago for an offensive team, and he's in the past. Silas is the future. Silas is today, the present, and I love it. I love this offense, even with the guys that we have right now. Just wait till we get a fully loaded roster. And let's try to get that W tonight. I hope we do. I don't want to see us lose, but I know I'm going to be realistic, and it's probably going to happen. And I want to give out a quick shout out to my boy Eric for giving me this jersey. Every video I'm gonna wear a different jersey. It's Russ. If we would have had Russ last night, it would have been 1-on-5, so it wouldn't even mattered who was out there. But thanks for the jersey. Like I said, every video I'm gonna wear a different jersey. I have so many Rockets jerseys, from classic to modern. And also I want to give a big shout out to my brother and my sister and my family for definitely playing a big factor in everything I'm doing with y'all. And thank y'all, and your feedback is positive. If you want to give me positive criticism, I will take it. Anything I need to work on, please let me know. Thank you so much. And I will make another video tonight.